Let's talk about VShojo as a business.
After reading everyone's comments on my last video and learning a lot more about VShojo overall, I realized I had more to say regarding them. There's a lot more to this company than I initially thought. We have to discuss their contracts, business practices, who runs the show, their growth, and my hot takes on drama. Will you agree or disagree with me? Well, only way to find out is to keep watching, and let me know in the comments below. Before we get into it though, we have to give credit where credit is due.
That's a dope beard.
Once again. Huge congratulations to Iron Mouse for winning VTuber of the Year at the Streamer Awards. Massive W for her being the two-time champ. Cannot wait for her to keep crushing it this year. And don't forget, please go donate plasma, if you can. First, I want to discuss the business side of things for VShojo. I have a lot of experience in my life regarding management, business, and finances, and most importantly, just handling people. I've always thought that the most important aspect of any successful business or management team is how you handle your people. If you take care of them and help them grow, then your business will be successful. VShojo handles this in one of the best ways that a talent group can, by letting their talents keep their own IP, channels, and content. And this is something I didn't realize was so huge initially.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely huge. And the thing is, when I look at VShojo versus these other companies, and which is crazy because it seems like these other companies are the same thing. Essentially, you know, when I joined, I was thinking, oh, their company, you know, they pay for everything, they wine and dine, they fly out their talents. And it turns out for VShojo, they're more of a sponsor. Right? They have the VShojo name and branding, and they collab with the VShojo talents. It's like a cool kids group, if anything, right? So that gives you access to collab with the other members of VShojo. But besides that, VShojo doesn't really do anything. They just say, hey, you want to do something? Cool. And then like if they want to do any marketing or whatever, you know, I think VShojo will front the bill, but I don't know.
It seemed like
I don't know on that end. You're going to probably teach me something in this video.
About your talent, right? So why wouldn't you try to do what's best for their talent? But I should have realized just from my personal experience with companies that's very, very, very rare for any kind of company to think this way. And this is why VShojo stands out among the rest when it comes to their talents contracts. Now, I am not in any way, shape, or form a professional when it comes to anything contract-wise. I'm just some dude on the internet talking about virtual anime girls and guys. So legally speaking, I'm not professional at all, but I do know a thing or two about business. VShojo is a talent-first agency. This means that unlike a lot of the big-name talent agencies out there,
I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I feel like at this point in life, we don't really need degrees in business and shit to be like, yeah, we're professional or not. If you got a portfolio and you've done a lot of successful shit, even if you didn't go to school, in my eyes, you're a professional.
they put their talent first. Pretty straightforward description of it. But the important question is, how do they do that? As I said before, they let their talents own their IPs, content, and channels. This gives their talent much more freedom overall, along with no added stress or pressure that makes them think if they ever split away from VShojo, that they'd lose whatever they've built up. Anyone who has left VShojo so far has kept everything. And anyone who will leave in the future will do the same. And yes, random YouTube drama hounds, I will comment on this later in the video, and I can guarantee you will not like what I will say. So keep watching. VShojo seems to believe that it's more important to be cooperative with your talent and form a true partnership with them, rather than dictate what they do. And like I said earlier, I think this is one of the absolute best ways to manage people. At the end of the day, you can't have your talent agency without your talent. So why would you not cooperate, work with, and take care of them? It just makes sense. Not only do the talent own their own IPs, but they also have a ton of freedom to do as they please. They aren't restricted to set schedules or specific things to stream. Of course, there are times when they have collabs set up or sponsored streams, but those are things that any content creator would still have to deal with, not just the VTuber. I can imagine that the level of freedom they have just alleviates any additional stress that would come from their jobs and makes them more inclined to continue working with VShojo in the long run. You may be thinking, how does VShojo make any money then? They aren't a public company, so the revenue isn't really available for anyone to see, but it seems like they mostly make money from merchandise, sponsors, and potentially pay from their talent as well. This isn't something I want to say for certain though. Again, this is just assuming.
You know, it would make sense that they would make money from their talents too. Like, they join VShojo, that'll probably be in the contract that they get some of the YouTube ad revenue, whether it's 10%, 20%, or 30%. No idea, but like that would make business sense. Like VShojo honestly would be, if anything, they'd be bankrupt by now, having all these talents do all these things and all they get is merch sales.
Considering that VShojo currently looks like they have about 20 people working for them, not including talent, I'm sure they make enough and treat their employees well. Speaking of their non-talent staff, I think it's time we talk about the boss himself, Justin the Gunrun Ignacio. Gunrun is not new to the content creation sphere at all. He was one of the founding members of a little live streaming website you may have heard of, called Twitch. He was one of the people who initially created VShojo alongside Philip Mountain Dew Fortunal and Daniel Apec Sanders, who are still with the company. Gunrun being the current CEO, Mountain Dew the CTO, and Apec the COO. Every time I read Apec, I get flashbacks to my time trying to get competitive in Apex. It was a dark time. I don't know much about Mountain Dew or APAC, but I wanted to look into Gunrun a bit more, especially since every time I hear him mention in any of the member streams, it's always positive.
Now all bosses are doing for Gunrun. Wait, Gunrun-san is a boss? Yes.
And it was great seeing him at the Streamer Awards alongside Mouse and helping to handle her tech. He's also helped her and the rest of the talent be able to appear at conventions and do panels and such, like Anime Expo 2023. One of the things he's known for is creating Unlimited IRL, a company that works to provide the best IRL mobile broadcasts. Best talking point of this is the IRL Backpack, which provides amazing quality streaming. Dog VA utilized this during his cyclothon, and the quality was great. No, this isn't sponsored, but hey, Gunrun, I do need a kick in the ass to go outside more often, so like, call me. I wanted to mainly mention IRL Backpack to just show that Gunrun knows his stuff when it comes to content creation. If being a founding member of Twitch wasn't enough for you. But just knowing things like this isn't what can make someone a good leader. Again, it's how you treat your people, which seems to be a recurring theme of why VShojo is so great, huh? I don't think without the support from Gunrun and VShojo that Iron Mouse would be able to attend events virtually in person, and that alone just shows the kind of person Gunrun is. I don't really need or want to dig into his history much more. This dude is fantastic in my book and seems to be an excellent CEO, and just a good person overall. I'm a simple man. If you treat others well, you're good in my book. And he seems to treat others.
That's good enough. That's good enough.
In the past. Speaking of ups and downs, I did say earlier in the video that I'd mentioned the drama, and here's what I have to say about it. Just shut the hell up. I told you won't like what I had to say. It's years old, and if you still harp on it and have to bring it up on videos that aren't even discussing that issue or the drama, then that's something you have to figure out for yourself.
And the crazy thing is, I don't even know what drama they're talking about. No idea. VShojo, from what I've seen, has a clean ass record. The only thing I know is like Iron Mouse was having some type of contract issue. But we all have contract issues, you know? It just is what it is.
Positive. Try to better yourselves instead of worrying about drama on the internet. Fix your own selves and better your own lives.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Ooh, excuse me. If you don't learn from your history, you're doomed to repeat it. So just saying ignore the drama and stuff like that, you're doomed to have that shit happen again. You don't believe me? Look at Niji Sanji, bro. They've been doing the same shit over and over and over and over and over again. And all everybody did up until Celine Toski was like, oh, don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. Oh, yeah, fix your own lives. Fix your own lives. And then someone almost died. So, yeah, no, I don't agree with this part of the take. But, yeah, you definitely should learn from the history.
Emphasizes drama so much. I try to stay away from it the best I can because honestly, I find a lot of it pointless and try not to harp on negativity too much, which I think is the healthiest thing for people to do. No one person, group, creator, or business is perfect. Bad things happen, people make mistakes, and people do the wrong thing. Life is not perfect.
But you definitely should let people know about these mistakes. 100%, especially if it's a company. I'm watching you, Jack Shippo.
The world is not black and white. Everyone has things in their past that they cringe about.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. But we're also not $1 billion companies.
We all do. Part of growing as a person is move past things like that, learn from them, and grow. Don't condemn a person or a group for some minor.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't say condemn them, but if it's definitely like repeated actions, like Niji Sanji's case, repeated actions, repeated offenses of the same thing, definitely needs some condemning.
VShojo has done the best any group can do to power through any drama or negativity. They've moved on from it. You can't stick to negative things in the past. All you can do is learn from it best you can and move forward. No one person or group would be able to grow and move on if they hold on to drama and negativity. I could say this over and over because it's an important mindset to have. That's really all I have to say about any drama as well. It's not something I like to talk about a lot, and one of VShojo's strengths is not harp on that. Just more reason for them being the best group out there. Now the drama's out of the way, which I hope that what I said got through to at least one of you out there. We can go into how VShojo has grown and will continue to grow in the future. This is again something I touched upon briefly in the previous video. They had started their Japan branch with Henya and KhunShawn leading the way. I'm assuming this could be a difficult market to get into as well, since there are so many other Japan-based talent agencies out there. But again, with how VShojo handles things in such a different fashion, and if they keep doing it,
bro, they got KhunShawn. I think it'll be good.
Potential in Japan and across the globe.
Yeah, they got KhunShawn. It's all good. That's all they need.
Giving them freedom and focusing on supporting them whenever and however they can, then that growth will come naturally, since more eyes beyond them and their best practices will open up more opportunities for other potential VTubers to join in, or even more collaborations. I know their growth won't be for everyone, since there are people out there who only like the more quote-unquote traditional way that talent groups work, which is fine. Hey, to each their own. No one is ever required or expected to like everything, but in this specific case, I think their growth potential is unbound as long as they keep treating their people well, and most importantly, having fun. Let's talk about that a bit more. Fun. Whenever you jump into a stream or watch a YouTube video, what are you more inclined to watch? Someone just gaming for the sake of gaming, or someone having fun while gaming? Now, obviously the person who's having fun. And
It also depends as well, because if the person is gaming and they're bad, if they're having fun, you could stick around. If someone's gaming, they're not having fun, but they're like really good at the game, you might just stick around for that too. I think it's a bit more nuanced.
VShojo is great. This is a topic I didn't touch upon as much as I wanted to on the first video. Whenever you're watching content from one of the VShojo members, you're guaranteed to have fun. And hey, if one of the members isn't doing something you're vibing with, usually another one is live at the same time, or they have a VOD or other video you can watch. The potential for you to find something fun is limitless. I think more people should just focus on having fun. Life is crazy enough as it is. Just enjoy yourselves and watch the things that make you happy. Just enjoy life and enjoy the content you're watching. Just have fun with your life.
The saying goes, ignorance is bliss. If you don't know about the bad stuff, how can you be upset? That's part of why a lot of people go into these YouTube and just go into the internet in general, right? Trying to escape from life. But guys, you can only run away from your problems for so long before it comes back and it bites you in your ass. Just friendly little reminder of that. Memento mori.
This isn't just something that relates to VShojo, Iron Mouse, or VTubers in general. It's any content that you watch. Fun is one of the most important factors for anything that you may watch. Just have fun, y'all. Life is too short otherwise. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you more than you know. If you'd like to see me cover other topics about VShojo and its members, then let me know in the comments. If there are enough people watching and enjoying the videos, then I'll make one for each of the members. But I need to know the desire to watch them is there, so please share the video around, like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see more. I'm trying to better myself with writing and editing each video, because I eventually want to consistently put out longer and longer videos that are, same quality and better. If you've made it this far,
well, if you want to put out longer videos and you want to do writing, you should definitely go into more detail about some of your topics. I know you said you don't want to go into the drama, so that's totally fine, but you'd have to go into more detail about the key members. Since we're talking about VShojo, it's like, oh yeah, they have a lot of fun. And you're showing these people on screen, but you're not saying who they are. Like you said, Henya, and you did have Henya on the screen, which is good. You did have Iron Mouse on the screen, but you didn't say who Zentreya was. You said KhunShawn, but a lot of people don't know this is KhunShawn because they're familiar with like the V2 model or whatever. So if you do want to make it longer, then like just go into like mini details, like maybe like 30-second. Like 30 seconds is enough. Like, oh yeah, speaking of having fun, here is Zentreya, and I still don't know who this is. But here they are playing, what the fuck? Cuphead, and then like have like 5 seconds of the actual clip. So like, you already have the clip, brother. Just like turn the audio on and like, oh, they died. Oh, like put the funny moments into the video, and then it'll be one longer, two more entertaining. But yeah, this is a great video. Interested to see how you grow. I'll hit the subscribe. We'll see what happens in the future. Anyway, see you guys on the next one. Peace.